Ford just released the all-new F-Series Super Duty trucks, which are more capable and refined than ever before. This truck is entirely new and brings over a lot of the luxury touches from the F-150, but still adds more capability thanks to the new aluminum body. We'll be checking out all of those features and more, all while covering each trim level for the new F-250, 350, and 450. Ford says they spent 12 million miles testing the new Super Duty, so let's check it out and see if it has leapfrogged the competition. We are excited to announce that we will now be bringing you Ford reviews, thanks to our new partnership with Jack Kane Ford in Versailles, Kentucky. If you would like to find out more information about their dealership and large inventory of Fords, then click the link to their website, which we have provided in the video description. Keyless entry comes standard on all but the base XL, where it is optional. The fob itself is quite nice and features a switchblade design. You can also enter using Ford's security code system, which is standard on all but the XLT. Let's go ahead and explore the different powertrains. The new Super Duty will continue to be offered with two extremely capable engine options. The standard engine is a 6.2-liter gas V8, which makes 385 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. The other available engine is this 6.7-liter Powerstroke turbo diesel V8. This setup jumps power up to 440 horsepower and torque way up to 925 pound-feet. Ford says that over 60% of customers will opt for this nearly $9,000 option because of that extra capability. Both engines are paired to 6-speed automatics, though the diesel's is a little different to handle all that extra torque. Most models can choose between either rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Finally, fuel economy is not tested on vehicles over 8,500 pounds, and this vehicle easily exceeds that. But thanks to the new aluminum body and the 350-pound weight loss, real-world fuel economy should be improved. Now let's check out the all-new exterior design. Before we begin, I want to mention that the price range of the Super Duty is nearly $45,000, and you can add most higher-end features to even the lower-end trims. The XLT we have here has $16,000 of options, so basically you can equip these vehicles any way you want them. Like I mentioned earlier, the styling is all new, and it certainly looks that way. The 2016 model had a bracket around the grille, but this model brackets the headlights around the grille. As you would expect on something that has a price range this wide, there are several different grille designs. The base XL gets a fully black grille, while the XLT adds chrome. The Lariat and King Ranch add thicker chrome bars, and the Platinum gets its own unique chrome grille. One of the most distinct styling cues are these bracket-shaped headlights. They are halogen beam on all models except the Platinum, where they are fully LED. Those LED headlights are very futuristic, and they remind me of the Atlas concept vehicle. Fog lamps are included on Lariat and above, though they can be had optionally. These tow hooks come on all Super Duties. Like the front end, there are many wheels to choose from on the Super Duty. All but the base XL get alloy wheels. These 18-inch chrome wheels come in the XLT Premium package. The Lariat and King Ranch add 18-inch bright cast aluminum wheels, and the Platinum gets 20-inch polished aluminum wheels. When you tow as much weight as the Super Duties can, it's important to have a lot of stopping power. These trucks come with massive 14.3-inch ventilated disc brakes in the front and the rear. These massive towing mirrors come standard on all Super Duty trucks. They are power adjusting, folding, and heated on Lariat and above. Underneath you have LED spotlights on those same models. Additionally, on the Platinum model you will find standard blind spot monitoring, which now has the capability to monitor even the area next to the trailer. On the diesel you have a dual exhaust, which can be chrome tipped. On ours it's part of that same XLT Premium package. Heading around back, you'll see the styling has been updated to look more like the F-150. Across the back you have a large Ford emblem and Super Duty written out. The taillights carry the same bracket design as the headlights, which is especially pronounced on the Platinum model with its fully LED taillights. We will go ahead and check out the bed. Most models will have an easy lowering tailgate, but ours doesn't. All but the XL have power locking, but only the King Ranch and Platinum have remote releasing. Inside here you have lots of handy features like these cargo tie downs. You also have LED bed lighting on both sides. You can get a drop-in bed liner for $350. Of course, the biggest reason you would buy the Super Duty F-Series over the regular F-150 is the towing capacity. With this new generation, Ford is back on top in the segment, topping out at 32,500 pounds for gooseneck towing on the F-450. Our model as equipped, which is F-250 diesel crew cab 4x4 single wheel with a 3.55 axle, can tow a more subdued 14,700 pounds, which is more than enough for most. You do have a full-size spare tire. There are several fuel tank sizes available. On the diesel you can get 29, 34, or 48 gallon tanks, and on the gas you can only get 34 and 48 gallons. Since this is a diesel, it requires an extra exhaust fluid to meet emission standards. Backing up, you see just how big this truck is. Of course, that depends on what cab and bed configuration you choose, and there are several. For the cabs, you can get a 2-door regular cab, a small rear door super cab, and a full-size 4-door crew cab. There are also 2 bed lengths to pick between, a 6 3/4 inch like what we have here, and an 8-foot bed. Vehicles this big are typically not safety tested. However, that doesn't mean Ford overlooked this area. The new Super Duty adds adaptive cruise control with collision mitigation, lane departure alert, and the blind spot monitoring that I touched on earlier. These are all class exclusive. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the all-new interior. Our F-250 XLT showcases the medium stone gray cloth interior. Of course, the many different trim levels all have different interior colors available, so I'll just add them in post. The door trim on this XLT is pretty nice for a heavy-duty truck. The elbow rest is padded generously with this leather-like trim. The front 2 windows are fully automatic. Above that are your controls for the mirror functions. They're power on XLT and up, and they can extend outward a very good distance or completely fold in. There is a ton of door storage, with this storage compartment here, as well as a huge one across the bottom. A 10-way power driver's seat is standard on Lariat models and above. These seats are optional, but you still have to recline manually. Like I said earlier, the XLT gets these durable cloth seats. Even without leather, they are still comfortable. These 6-inch side steps are also part of that XLT premium package. They, along with the assist grip, make getting in and out easy, even for a shorty like myself. Once you get in, you feel like, well, you're sitting 10 feet off the ground, but I'm used to driving a sedan. The cabin feels very large, and you've got a commanding view of the road that truck buyers love. Materials are also very good. The dash is made of grain plastic that feels very solid and well put together. And if you crave more luxurious materials, you can always step up to the higher trim levels with padded plastic and leathers. Push button start is on the King Ranch and Platinum Super Duties. This 8-inch high-resolution screen with Sync 3 is standard on Lariat and higher. Upon startup, you'll notice how quiet and smooth the diesel engine is now. The gauges in here are also handsome looking. Up top you have different information including the turbo boost and fuel level, and below that you have this 4.2-inch productivity screen. It shows all the standard stuff, plus some stuff exclusive to the diesel. You can also see trailering options, which are very important on heavy-duty trucks. You actually get a huge 8-inch display on higher trim levels. It's very similar to what GMC offers on the Denali Sierra. The 2017 Super Duty trucks are the first in the segment to include an adaptive steering system. Basically, it adjusts the steering ratio and effort depending on the vehicle's speed. On the left side, you have controls for the productivity screen and your cruise controls. The other side has phone, voice, and audio controls. Every Super Duty has a column-mounted shifter. When in drive, you can shift manually with this toggle. You can also put it into a tow-haul mode, and every model gets trailer sway control. When in reverse, you'll find a standard backup camera with dynamic grid lines and parking sensors. Another all-new feature is the available 360-degree camera system with trailer reverse guidance. There's a lot to this system, but basically 7 cameras all around the vehicle help the driver to park and attach their trailer quickly. Over here on the left are your headlight controls. These power adjusting pedals are optional on the XLT and standard on Lariat and above. Your parking brake and release. Storage space in the F-Series Super Duty trucks are exactly what you'd expect them to be. Big. Inside the center console, you have a removable and sliding tray. Once you get that out of the way, you have enough room to fit some pretty large stuff, like maybe a laptop or work equipment. There are also two 12-volt power outlets inside. This is nicely padded. The Super Duty truck has another trick up its sleeve. This storage area can be converted to 2 more cup holders by simply sliding this piece over. This is pretty slick, and I haven't seen this in any other cars. Up here you have a covered area, great for your phone. There are 2 USB ports inside. And finally, there is another small bin up here. This is your trailer brake controller. It's standard on XLT and above. And these are your 4-wheel drive settings. We have manual climate controls, but the Lariat will gain dual zone automatic climate control. This manual system is easy to use since it has simple knobs and buttons. These 3-stage heated front seats are included in the XLT Premium package or on the Lariat model. Additionally, you can get seat ventilation and even massaging on high-end models. Your single-disc CD player. This model has the 6-speaker sound system, which sounds pretty impressive. Adjusting the audio is very simple with these big knobs and buttons. These two power outlets are standard on all but the base XL. Now let's take a quick look at the new Sync 3 system. The Sync 3 system is new this year to the Super Duty and replaces the MyFord Touch system. The new system is very speedy and you'll immediately notice the difference. You can play, pause, and skip through the Bluetooth here. You also have several other sources. Coming into the phone, you can access all of your contacts, which automatically sync over from your connected smartphone. As you can see, the scrolling is very smooth. You can also search by the letter. Another nice feature is text message support. Next, we'll look at the navigation. Scrolling around the map is exceptionally responsive, and it responds to pinch to zoom like a smartphone would. You can also go into a 3D map view. One last thing I want to mention is that Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are also included in the Sync 3 system. If you would like to see a more detailed look at the entire Sync 3 system and all of its apps and settings, then please check out our dedicated tech help video. A link is provided in the video description. An auto-dimming rearview mirror comes on Lariat and above. Another standout feature of the Super Duty is the available twin-panel panoramic moonroof. It covers almost the entirety of the roof, and it has a power sunshade. The front panel does open like a conventional moonroof. And it also has a wind buffer. I'll leave that open for the rest of the video. You also have a power rear window. Overall, the cabin of the Super Duty impresses. It's not only a big leap forward over the old model, but also the competition. It's very comfortable, idles smoothly, and has plenty of luxury and technology to make getting the job done easier. You squeeze this to open the door. Now I'll hand it over to my brother, who will show you the rest of the vehicle. For truck buyers looking to load items into the rear easily, good news. The rear doors of the crew cab open at a nearly 90-degree angle, making it easy to load in people or items. The rear door is made of grained plastic all over. And the rear windows are power. You've got plenty of door storage back here as well. Obviously, our F-Series Super Duty is the crew cab, so it has the most leg and headroom possible. It has a massive 43.6 inches of legroom and 40.4 inches of headroom. The smaller rear door Super Cab has a smaller 33.5 inches of legroom, while maintaining about the same headroom. The rear seats can fold up and out of the way very easily. This would allow for plenty of room for even bigger items like a bicycle. Underneath of that, you'll find a nice fold-out storage compartment. Just fold it and lock it into place, and then you have this large area boxed in, perfect for things like groceries. and just pull on this lever to fold the seat back down. The assist steps in this grip here really help out a lot with both entry and exit. Up here you have two built-in cup holders. Below that you have some rear air vents, which I think is a pretty nice touch. We also have another household style outlet and 12-volt power outlet. One feature you wouldn't expect that our model has is this huge panoramic moonroof. It's actually optional on most trims, and I think it's well worth $1,000. Your LED lighting and coat hook. The headliner is soft and premium feeling. I normally think these middle seats aren't that useful, but in this truck it feels like a real seat. Legroom is, like I said, enormous. I can stretch completely out behind my brother's seating position, and I'll slide over to show you what it's like with the seat mostly back. So overall, I'm very impressed with the Super Duty's rear seat. It's spacious, comfortable, and we're not even in the highest trim level. Great job, Ford. The passenger seat is manually adjusting on the XLT. Lariat models and up will give you 10-way power. The dash is grained plastic. This Super Duty piece actually pops out to reveal a little storage area. The glove box is heavily dampened and decently sized. Here are those outlets. Well guys, we hope you thoroughly enjoyed this very detailed look at the all-new 2017 Ford F-250 XLT Crew Cab 4x4. Please stay tuned for the pricing information regarding this model, as well as the rest of the F-Series Super Duty lineup. Hit those like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed, and come along with us next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.